Tell you what, there's some friendly smack talk going on between these pro players over here. I think we're going to have some serious competition tonight. Cannot wait to see that. Right, next up, grab your passports. We are going back to LA to hear some more exclusive news about the immersive experience Call of Duty Ghosts is bringing to your world.
Mark, we're at the beginning of a new generation. We're almost there. It's got to be really exciting for you guys. You've got this great franchise, and you're starting to really unlock the potential of some of the new hardware. Tell us what it means for Call of Duty.
Well, it's a huge thing for us, you know, especially Infinity Ward, because we were the studio that, you know, launched the 360.
Yeah.
You know, we were there for that experience, and it's fun. It's also the biggest challenge for a developer. Sure. I mean, it's a massive challenge. But at the same time, it's an exciting challenge. It's also a great opportunity for us to get into new tech that we've not played with before.
There's some really interesting in-game things that happen. I don't want to give too much, but I want you to do that. So tell us about some of the new tech that we're going to see in Call of Duty.
Well, the tech actually, you know, covers a broad area. It's the obvious, which is graphics. A lot of it geared around tessellation, for instance.
Now, what does that mean?
So tessellation is basically where the engine itself creates geometry where the artist didn't put it. Okay. So the artist, you know, creates a sphere, let's say, that has made of 20 polygons. The tessellation part of the engine will basically go in and create thousands of polygons to make it a perfectly smooth sphere, yeah, instead of a blocky sphere. It allows us to you know, create assets faster, but expand on what they look like in game, like we've never seen before. Especially when you're looking at terrain and you're looking at like a rocky area, whether it's a dirt road or a side of a cliff. You really see all the geometry. It's not just like a flat plane with some bump maps. It's really heavy geometry, and it really immerses you into the level like we've never seen before.
Yeah, I mean, certainly people can look at a screenshot and say, wow, that's really high res, it's new and different. But one of the other areas that I'm excited about is audio.
Yeah.
Some really cool audio stuff you guys are doing. Tell me about that.
One of the biggest noticeable ones is the way our reverb system works. So we use a true ADSR system. If you've played any of our games and you're firing a weapon, you just say you fire a single shot weapon, and you hear the bullet reverb through the space when you're outside. And when you go inside, it's short and clipped. Now what we're doing is the engine is modeling the environment you're in real time and determining what the reverb will be. It really alters all the way from full tail in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere to I'm in a small box. And it'll go anywhere in between that. Another cool aspect of that is the shape of the room you're in will help determine the sound, and the materials of the room, the area, the space, whatever, will also determine the sound. So, for instance, if I'm in a stone-walled room, I'll get very sharp sounds.
Sure.
If I'm in a metal-lined room or a container, I'll get a very tingy sound. And it's all on the fly. There's no like, oh, it's scripted to be this here and there. The engine is determining how it's going to sound.
That is an enormous amount of computational power that's happening on the fly.
On the fly.
The moment you pull the trigger, then all of this has to happen before the audio reaches your ears.
Every sound, too. Not just your bullets or anything. Grenades.
Right.
You know, VO. Everything that happens is controlled by this ADSR system.
Some of the maps may be completely changed by some player actions, right?
The thing that I really like about them is they are player-driven, a lot of them. And then there's a lot of variety behind all these different kind of events that can happen. And we'll see everything from, you know, small, like, breaching containers to larger scale stuff, like on Strike Zone, where you actually change the map in its entirety. The whole map.
For the rest of the match.
For the rest of the match. It's basically... what happens is the player, we've introduced a new feature for in-game called in-game challenges. Right. And basically, they're small bite-sized challenges that you'll get from these packs that appear in the world that after you kill somebody. So you kill a player and there's an intel drop that happens. You pick that up, you get a challenge, an in-game challenge. If you complete that challenge before you die, you'll get a care package. If you die before completing it, you drop it and someone else can pick it up and try to hit that challenge. So one of the great things about Call of Duty, I feel like, that has made it so popular in all the years is the controls feel so good. And this, you know, the 60 frames a second, it's been a staple for us. It's that thing that drives our fun factor for the game. You know, you can just pick up the controller and it feels so good and feels so natural. So we wanted to continue that in our animation system in areas that we felt were a little weak. So mantling is a big one. You know, in the past, mantling was you ran up to a wall, it had a button, you push the button, and you did an animation to go over the wall, and then you could continue running, right? You know, so, well, now you're running towards the wall, you hit the button at, you know, a larger area, and your guy will mantle over really fast and never lose momentum, really. And you can actually, while you're mantling, you can actually still fire your weapon.
Wow.
And then we added, again, keeping with that sort of same philosophy, we added the ability to lean around objects. All you have to do is you go up to something you want to lean against, and you're sort of up at the corner, and you're pointing at the wall, and when you ADS, it will automatically lean out for you. And so all you're doing is the same button you're used to doing, which is, you know, aim down the sights, but it's causing you to lean. And you can see when it's going to happen before it's going to happen, because it'll put a little arrow on your HUD, and it feels natural. So you can actually do it and then come out of it, right back out, instantly by just letting go of ADS, and get back into cover. So it feels good and it feels natural.
Lots of great stuff, lots of visual enhancements, audio enhancements, player enhancements, map enhancements, all sorts of great stuff. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
All right, the votes are in. Thank you very much for voting on Xbox Live. We're getting very close to gameplay, and I can announce that our first match tonight is going to be Chasm with Blitz, and our second match will be on Whiteout with Blitz again. You're going to see a whole lot of Blitz tonight. Larry is down here with the Shoutcasters for the night. It's two of my favourite men in the Call of Duty community, Benson and Bryce. Let's go!
We were just talking about you, Benson and Bryce. Good to see you guys. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about what we're going to see on this map.
Well, for me, Chasm, it's a relatively big map. I've been watching and actually playing some of it myself today. Load of line of sights, very long in my actual eyes, but as well as that, we've got some dynamic elements in the map as well, so that's always something to keep your eyes out for.
Well, yeah, we were talking about the dynamic elements. Now, there are two on this map, the bus being one of them. You can actually blow that thing over the cliff and change the way the goal is. The second one being the elevator, which actually opens up and closes different paths as it descends, being blown up itself.
Sure. And that's really important with these maps. There's some dynamic elements that we've never really seen before like this, right?
It certainly is. The way the map can change during the game is obviously going to change the tactics of these teams. Now, the pro teams have been having a little bit of trouble with this map. Obviously, they've first seen it today. They've come in, they've been playing it a little bit. They said there's a lot of routes to the goal. So, in this game type, they're certainly going to struggle a little bit. It'll be a very offensive game type as they try just to get more than the other team.
Do you think we're just going to see some chaos on the field today?
Pretty much, yeah. We're going to see a lot of kills going down. But at the end of the day, these are some of the best players in the world. All they know how to do is win. That's what they want to do here today as well.
Yeah, we're loading up the game right now, so we're going to get to that in just a minute. But what should people look for as they're watching the teams play here?
You need to be watching out for just the way these teams are playing. You know, it's all about strategy. That's what separates pros from everybody else.
All right, here we go. I'm going to step back and let you guys do your thing.
Well, to start things off, we're actually going to get on board with Swanee. Swanee, one of the best assault rifle players in the world right now. Some of you guys may remember him from Call of Duty Championships. He played so well, actually placing 8th there.
He most certainly did. Now, I believe he's actually using the SC 2010, and it doesn't look like the goal's actually been captured already. Now, if you haven't seen Blitz before, the new game type we're actually showing here at Gamescom. Now, it's kind of like Capture the Flag in the fact you have to go get something in the enemy's base.
Yes.
But this is the clever thing about it. If you get into that portal, that goal, you will actually teleport back to safety at your own spawn.
Yep, and it's something very different. As you said, never seen it before. This is the global reveal of Blitz. And to be honest, I've played it a lot today. Definitely one of my favorite game types that I've seen so far on Call of Duty Ghosts. And right now you can see, very fast tempo game. It's actually 2-1 so far. And something that we also mentioned is something that we touched on a little bit in LA. First blood. As soon as someone dies, they drop a briefcase. That's going to give you a field order. Now, if you can complete your field order, you get a care package. That care package can give you any amount of streaks.
He most certainly can. And there we go. Oh, Swanee almost gets the 2-piece, but doesn't. Now, the great thing about this, if you get to the goal, the teleporting, I mean, we've seen players go fast and furious towards this. Shane being a notable one. He has actually, if we go on to Kataga, is in fact another one as well. When they actually slide towards it with the new knee slide, you can actually, I saw Shane do it. He ran towards it, knee slid into the objective while hip firing and killing someone.
It's a pretty cool combo that you can actually get going on.
There certainly is, and that actually, it's a very fast game type. Like I said, it's actually quite hard to defend this one.
Yeah, very difficult to defend. It's all about getting that map control. Kataga, little struggling there so far, 5 and 6. Actually top fragging for his team right now, playing relatively well. but he needs to try and pick up not the good target that we used to watching. I mean, I actually stood behind him watching it, and let me tell you something. If you're a French fan, he is a player to watch for because he looks so strong on this game.
He certainly is. And we're actually going to go on board with Shane, as I spoke earlier. 5 for 4 at the moment. Andy has a catch up. Both teams actually racking up 3-2 at the moment in favour of Shane's team. Now, both these teams, top European players,
Yes.
and they've been going at it all day.
They have indeed, and I've just noticed someone has actually picked up the briefcase. And yes, Brycey, I'm so happy. It's Acid currently playing with the property line. It's 3-3 at this point, but humiliate the opponent is going to be the field order, but no! He got the kill, but immediately got taken down. That's going to be a failed field order. But what I want to talk about is the humiliate. Some of you guys may not actually know what you have to do. It's my favorite. You thought I was joking when I told you as well.
I most certainly did. Now, these field orders can be almost anything. Some of them are you've got to use a melee weapon.
Yep.
Some of them pick up a secondary. That sort of thing. Get a headshot. Get 2 kills while crouched. The humiliate, however, is actually quite good. Like I said, I didn't believe Benson when he first told me, but to humiliate your opponent, kill them, and then teabag their body.
It's amazing. And right now, Broken, he's actually picked up that field order. All he needs to do, kill an enemy while jumping. Sounds simple enough. I can tell you it isn't, because things just like that happen. He's actually going to get taken down. That was actually Acid with a very important kill, but Broken straight off spawn takes down 20. Nice play from him. He's actually pushing straight back to his base. So this is something that we expect to see a lot. When you see these professional players play, all the time they're going to rotate back to their own base, make sure that's secure, and then push up the map and try and get control.
Yeah, it's been a strategy they've been working on all day. Like I said, these players, they've just been introduced to Blitz, just been introduced to this game type, and they've actually been trying to work out strategies from the off. I mean, they were trying to do call-outs when they first come in the day, and it was kind of a little bit mumbled as they tried to work out what was what. I heard broken middle and left rubble, because they couldn't differentiate between the 3 things that early on. But what I want to talk about is he actually picks up a 2-piece there, doing crazy well. I want to talk about the score streaks, or the kill streaks now they are in this game.
Yes, and we'll stay with Broken right now, because he's actually very close to getting his SATCOM. Now, oh, I just cursed him, and my bad, Broken. But the SATCOM is essentially the UAV which we've seen in the past, but you put it on the floor. And there's something really cool about the SATCOM in the way it stacks.
Most certainly is. Now, everybody knows the UAV.
Yep.
The thing that hovers ahead gives you a vision of the map. Now, SATCOM is a little bit different. It involves a whole new dimension of how it works. First of all, it goes on the floor, so you have to think about where you're putting it so the other team don't destroy it. But the first one down on the map will give you line of sight.
Yep. So you'll have a little thing on your radar just when other players on your team see someone. Second one acts a little bit more as a traditional UAV, as we know, and it stacks and stacks and stacks up until you get the advanced UAV back from obviously Modern Warfare 3 days, where it actually gives you directional vision. And again, I'm just having a quick look to see if anyone has the field orders, and I believe it's actually Shane. He actually has it, and all he needs to do is kill an enemy with a melee, but he's going to have to try and stay alive here. Only has 1 kill to his name. He's actually running the MTAR. MTAR, one of my favorite, he went for the knife, but he's going to get shut down. Not going to pick up the field order there. Unfortunate play, but Agony getting the better of him that time.
So and this game is really tight at the moment, 7-6, as both teams fight tooth and nail for this. Like I said, these teams have been playing so that all day, and they haven't actually played a friendly at any point. Both teams, you know, putting their hardest goal into this. They're just trying to win every single one, and they've been talking tactics. So as they have actually split up, there is French, German, and the UK teams all represented here.
Yeah, we split them up 2 by 2 by 2 even well, so 2 players from each.
We're thinking that was the fairest way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we have to make sure it's a close game, and that's exactly what it is right now. 7-6 is the scores on the board right now. Such a close game. It's actually going to be Gunshi's team that do have that 1-point lead. And you know what? We haven't seen much of Gunshi. He's a player I want to watch, because this time last year, on stream, I remember Gunshi playing so well.
I know exactly what you mean. He actually has the MTAR there, and the interesting thing about the MTAR is last Modern Warfare, we believe it was actually an assault rifle. Now it's SMG, and it plays exactly like that. It is a powerful SMG. A lot of these players are preferring it here as well. We need to actually talk about the second skill tertiary you can talk about. What you and Riley.
Riley the guard dog.
Riley the dog.
He's awesome. I mean, and Shane right now, he's actually just played SATCOM down. He's actually going to get tagged up. Can he pick up the kill? That's the question. Yes, he can. 1 kill away now from picking up the guard dog, a.k.a. we all know and love him as Riley. And let me tell you, Riley is such a strong team. Can he get it? Yes, he can. But unfortunately, he dropped the field order. He didn't manage to get it. You see it on the screen. That field order has been failed, but he has called in Riley. Now, there's something really cool, Bryce, about Riley. Yeah, that does help, yeah, but when you're running around the map, if you happen to miss someone, Riley sees him, he's going to let you know. He's going to bark. So immediately, you know someone is in the vicinity, and, you know, if you're lucky, Riley's going to go maul him to death. If not, you can pick up the kill yourself.
No, it's a really useful kill streak, actually, because not only is it a little bit hard to take Riley down, but because he's guarding your back, it's an instant kill. Riley is an instant kill. He will get you and just kill you straight away. And you see there, he killed the dog. And an interesting thing there as well is if you snipe Riley, he'll fall down.
Yeah, it's actually a really
I did this earlier. I was like, oh no, the dog's coming. shot him a sniper, he falls down and then gets back up. It takes more than one sniper bullet to kill him.
Yes. It's a cool animation as well when he drops. But,
Yeah.
you know, everything about Riley
I
is
was
just
nervous. I
awesome.
was backpedaling, shooting with a pistol, like, get away from me, dog.
One thing we haven't mentioned either is the Juggernaut Maniac. The most fun
We haven't
streak.
seen it in
haven't.
the most recent games.
The
The two teams
pros,
too close.
they keep messing up the care packages, something that obviously they're not used to
Oh, that was
using.
hilarious this morning. A lot of the pros
There was
not
like
used
3 on the map and no one picked them up.
Not
It
used to
was-
throwing care packages. They just kept throwing over maps, under ledges. Like, I
was
can't get to this
crazy.
score streak, and when I do, I throw off the map.
Well, nice objective base play there coming from Shane. You saw him actually cap the point, and that's exactly what happens. You teleport back to your own spawn, and as you can see, a timer is placed on the enemy's base because you don't want 2-3 players running
Well,
off
this is
that.
it. You can't have
castle
6
one after another.
players go in and instantly
Exactly.
get 6 more. But I mean, it's happened a few times. I saw earlier on that 2 players went for it at the same time. One went in, the other was left in no man's land. So I've now got to wait 10 seconds before I can do anything.
Well, Shane playing quite well at this point. I'll be honest, 16 and 17, but all importantly, 4 caps. And when a game is 11-9 with 2 minutes 30, those caps are crucial. So Shane just showing us exactly why he is considered one of the best objective-based players in the world. But we'll have a look at someone we haven't seen much of. We'll go back to Gataga. He's currently 16 and 17 there. He's going to pick up another cap. So he's actually going to put his team just 1 point away, playing very, very well at this point, Bryce.
Certainly is. Now, interesting enough, the tactical grenade he has is the 9-bang. Using him correctly,
Yes.
It's not a flashbang, it's a 9-bang. And this works with the longer you hold it down, the more flashbangs will actually come out of it. Now, you can hold it down for the full, I believe it's 4 seconds, and it will actually give a mild EMP off as well.
Yes, and it's something that we've seen a lot of people experimenting with. How long are they going to hold it down? I mean, we saw Gataga there just throw it and run, and he actually
It's just
managed
a
to cap the
flashbang,
thing.
then. It's just a flashbang.
Now that's exactly what he's going to do. Picks up 100 points there as well. Is he going to try and cap the point? Yes, he is. He just dives straight onto it. That's not only going to put his team 1 point away, he's also picked up Riley. Now, the question with 1 minute 28, if Gataga starts playing aggressively, we could see it.
So is he going to call it in? It would be great to have it on his back at the moment as he does. Can he pick it up? No! Gunshi shuts him down. He's not going to be happy about that.
Could be the winning cap. You can see Gataga.
He had to make that one. Can he just take another kill?
Well, he's tagged him up. He has the support of 20, but now he sneaks in.
Oh,
The
the sneak.
Jukes are real. And with 1 minute 5 left, Brycey, that cap could be the winning cap. You can see Gataga and his team 2 points away. 59 seconds left. This now is where they need to make sure after every spawn, they cycle back, make sure they're not giving away any points. And if they work together, they can easily come back into this. There you see the 9-bang being thrown. Can he pick up the kill? Yes, he can. There's the briefcase as well. Riley in support. Kill an enemy while prone, but more importantly right now, he needs to jump on that point.
Now, this is the thing about Blitz, right? Capture the flag, you get to that flag, you then got to get it all the way home, you
Yep.
become a target. If you can get into this goal, you're home safe. That's why this is so high scoring a moment. 14-13, because players know if they can get there and dodge a few shots, they're home safe.
28 seconds left. We're still on board with Gataga. He can actually cap the point. He's going to dive. Actually, he doesn't manage to get it. He
Wow,
didn't
that
get
was
it.
close.
Huge kill comes in from Broken. And that is an unreal kill because with 17 seconds left, they are not going to have the time to cap those 2 points. And Broken with one of the most clutch kills we've seen here today at Gamescom. 16-13 is going to be the final score. Sensational plays, and you can see Gunnerly from Killerfish here with your final kill using the MTAR. A fantastic game from these European pro players. But for now, we're going to go back to Graham on the floor.
Well, there you go. You wanted drama, you wanted action, and you wanted world exclusives, and you got it all there. But that was about as close as it could be, Mark, right?
That was a fantastic game. Back and forth, watching players use the map and, really take advantage of it for that game mode.
So that's the first time we're seeing Chasm gameplay anywhere, right here on Xbox Live. Tell us a wee bit more about that map and what players should look for when they get hands-on with Call of Duty Ghosts.
Well, specifically for Blitz, that map has a lot of alternate routes, a lot of sort of hidden routes. And actually, one of the things I noticed that the players didn't do is actually use the underground route that much. So there's a lot more to that map that even these guys have a ways to go before they're perfect at it.
And that mode, Blitz, as well. I've got to say, I love that rock and roll knee slide into the objective there.
You gotta
That's
have
quality.
style.
So that looks like a really fast game mode, but there's a ton of strategy involved there as well, right?
Yeah, there really is. I mean, it starts off with a very simple idea, and what I think people are going to realize is there's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to the strategy, a lot more to the teamwork, and to deciding who's kind of defending, who's on offense. And we're going to see successful teams, especially competitively. really working the map and working the offense-defense strategy.
All right, thanks, Mark. We're going to hand back to Larry, who's with one of the MVPs from that match.
Graham, thank you. Mark, thank you. Listen, I'm here with Broken. Broken, big kill at the end there. How's that map feel?
I feel great. It was a big kill out of ammo.
Yeah,
Still managed to get that kill.
Lot going on there. I mean, how are the maps feeling? How's your team feeling about the maps and the communication and the pathways?
We just try to block every area as much as we can, and had some strategy. Put a lot of some explosive on the zone and some radar to see where they're coming from, and from now it's working well.
Now that's, they talked about it earlier, Graham and Mark. That is a fast mode, isn't it? You're really moving all the time.
That's a fast mode. It's kind of like CDF, capture the flag, but like you have to get in zone, then you respond to your zone and try to play defense. That's a really good mode. I enjoy playing this game.
Right.
This mode.
Broken, thank you very much. Congratulations on the win. All right, Graham, back over to you.
Thank you, Larry. So you've seen the exclusive map, and now it's time to learn more about the studio where the Infinity Ward team work to bring you a cutting-edge multiplayer experience. We were lucky enough to get an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour from Tina.
Hey everyone, I'm here in the Infinity Ward lobby in Los Angeles to give you an exclusive look behind the scenes. So if you take a look at my scooter, this is how we usually get around. So let's take a look. This is our kitchen. Usually we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinners here. We get free food, free snacks. We also have meetings. And as you can see, everyone's already out here, so let's go have a chat with them.
It's really a dream job to come in and play your favorite game every single day. Get to watch it evolve, get to help participate in the building of a new franchise, all these things. It's just really been a dream.
There's a lot of fun stuff. We do a lot of games, a lot of ping pong, a lot of pool and foosball. We get to meet a lot of neat people. We have different Navy SEALs come in. We have, they bring their dogs and we get to hang out with them and play around.
Hey Pete.
Hey Tina.
How's it going? Can you tell us what focus testing is all about?
Sure. So today we have a random person we bring in, usually fans we meet on the street, or people we know from referrals. They come in and play the game, tell us what they think. So today we have an 18-year-old playing the game. He's a big player of all kind of first-person shooters, and we're just sitting here watching him do a pretty honest and organic perspective of what he thinks of the game by just watching him play. That's kind of cool. And if they're into it and they want to come and play, it really, really helps.
So this is Joe. Can you tell the fans what you do?
I'm the multiplayer, one of the multiplayer designers, and I'm working on weapons specifically.
What's your favorite weapon?
My favorite weapon is the Honey Badger. It's a new assault rifle that we have. It's default to silenced. It's got a lot of kick, but really clean iron sights. It's fantastic.
Why did you guys decide to put in a built-in silencer for that weapon?
We wanted to have some of the weapons have kind of unique traits so that they essentially get like an extra attachment. So one of the things that we've done is give weapons, 3 of the weapons have built-in silencers, so you don't have to add something to your barrel. You can spend that attachment on other things like a new scope or a new mod for your gun.
That's cool. And what about dual render? I know you guys were talking about that a lot.
So our sniper rifles, we have a new way that we're doing it. Before we used to do this full screen black overlay. The whole gun would disappear, you couldn't see it. Now we're actually keeping the scope up on screen and we're doing different FOV levels when you're inside and outside the scope. So we're actually rendering inside the U model of the gun. And so it gives you a much more immersive, much more visceral feel. You don't leave the game when you snipe.
So the first thing you'll notice about our studios is that we don't have cubicles necessarily, but we do have office spaces. So to my right and left, you'll see that we have the rigging department, art and animation, and we also have whiteboard walls, which is really unique to our studio, and we love to write notes. The artists love to draw different characters, and they'll grab inspiration and they'll write it on the wall so they don't forget. And it's a really cool place to work. I mean, we can just shut the door and play loud music whenever we want, and we really enjoy it. I'm I'm in the audio booth right now talking into the mic, and you guys could probably see my wave. You can see that I have the mic here, I got the headphones on. This is record temp dialogue for the game. We also do a lot of the Foley effects here as well, so we get the men and women of the studio to come in, do any screaming and shouting, whatever we need for the game to get the mood right and the feel correct right before we bring in the actual voice actors. So I'm gonna put these down, make sure I don't break anything, and get out of here before the audio team notices. Hey, what's that sound?
That's actually a crashing helicopter that we have in the game.
Oh, okay. So Dave, what can you tell us about what you do here?
It's really loud in here right now. We have a lot of low frequency sub hits and everything going on. But one of the things that I do is I design sounds as the senior sound designer. So this is actually a scene of a helicopter coming in and crashing. So one of the things we actually do is we use animal elements sometimes in things that we really want to have sort of an organic feel or an attacking type of feel. So elements like this.
So how many layers is this right now?
This is probably close to 20 layers or so.
Wow, just to make that whole sequence.
Yeah, just that whole sequence.
Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I can't wait for you guys to play Call of Duty Ghosts. See you later.
Here's Tina. Nice scooter, by the way. That's awesome. Now, I've got a very important question for you. Do you have any jobs going?
We like pizza.
Well, I can definitely handle that. That's no problem at all.
No, but honestly, if you go to the InfinityWard.com website, you'll see the jobs there.
Listen to that. That is the sound of a million keyboards entering a URL in. Fantastic. All right. Tina, you've been watching the questions come in on the hashtag as well, yeah? What are you seeing?
Oh, a lot of people are asking about, kill streaks and stuff, so I can't wait till we can answer them.
All right, cool. Well, let's get to that very soon. But every year, Call of Duty raises the bar on gameplay and graphics, but one of the most important elements of the experience is audio. Larry caught up with the Turtle Beach guys who've been working to bring you the best in-game experience ever when Call of Duty Ghosts launches this November.
Hi, it's Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson. I'm over here in the Turtle Beach section of the amazing Call of Duty Ghost booth. I am here with Jeff Frechette. Jeff Frechette from Turtle Beach Gaming. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, listen, I want to talk to you because we heard from Mark Rubin earlier how important audio is in Call of Duty Ghosts. What have you guys done to really help enhance that experience?
Yeah, so we're really excited and honored to be back for our third year with Call of Duty. We've been working with the sound design teams at Infinity Ward to make sure that we do have the real top-end experience of audio when you're playing Ghosts. So that means premium materials, premium finishes on the headsets, of course, but it's also some really cool features like presets that actually allow the gamer and the team at Infinity Ward to change the way that the headset processes audio. So you can do things like bring up the sound of a footstep or really accentuate part of the sound spectrum. We've also got voice prompts on one of the headsets as well. So lots of things that make the sound experience better and make the game more immersive and fun.
Tell us about the different versions of headphones that you have.
Okay, yeah, so there's three. There starts out with the Shadow, which is a wired stereo product. It's got independent control over bass and treble. You can adjust your chat volume and game volume independently. Then the next one up is the Spectre, which actually adds a removable microphone boom. It actually looks like this one right back here.
Just a little bit smaller to fit your head.
A little bit. So it's got a removable microphone. It's also got this really cool feature we call Chat Boost. So when you're in a firefight in the game and it gets really loud, and you're still trying to communicate with your squad, your voice actually goes up above the game. So it's like cruise control for chat, which is very cool. And then at the top of the line, we have the Phantom, which is a wireless product. So it's surround sound, it's got the presets, it's fully programmable. It's got a Bluetooth so you can actually mix in music while you're gaming. It's got the Bluetooth so you can take phone calls, it's rechargeable battery. It really does everything.
But they all sound great, and you've all worked with Infinity Ward to tune it for Call of Duty Ghosts, right?
Yeah, our engineering team has been working with their sound designers to make sure that these headsets sound really superb for this game.
All right, more importantly, when can Call of Duty Ghost fans get their ears on these?
Headsets should be available about the time the game comes out.
Awesome. Well, that's coming this November. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm assuming those headphones in the background aren't actual size, but they do look like serious business. Thank you, Larry. Right, Tina, you've been pulling all the questions off the Twitter there. The Twitter? Yeah, cool. On the hashtag GhostsMP. Keep those tweets coming in with that hashtag GhostsMP. We've got the questions here. Right, so first up from the Masher. This one's for you, Tina. Will Riot Shields be coming back?
Yes, they will, and we have a new design as well, so I can't wait till people see them.
Excellent. All right, good stuff. Next up, one for you, Mark, from M Santos 136. How will the Prestige system work?
So Prestige is actually different this time around, and basically it's based around the idea of having those 10 players in your squad. So when you take one of those players to a max XP level, you're going to Prestige that character.
Nice. All right, Tina, you're up next. We've got JDog99, and he asks, will there be any fan-favorite game modes returning in Call of Duty Ghosts?
We can mention one.
When can Call of Duty
Infected.
Ghost fans get their ears on
I think people are going to love that.
Any more, Tad?
Can't.
That's enough. Infected is enough of answer. Right, Mark, back to you. We've got Tyler Probs 10. What's your favorite new feature that you've added to Call of Duty Ghosts? Tough choice, right?
I'd have to say, personally, for me, my favorite is the additional weapon class, the marksman rifles. For me, you know, I started Infinity Ward with COD 2, and this reminds me of playing a Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty 1 style game. You got these rifles, single-shot rifles, iron sights, hard to use, but so gratifying to get a kill.
All right, Tina, we are coming back to you from Snaky Bag. What about us who play HC? What game modes can we expect in Ghosts MP?
So there will be hardcore game modes coming back, but we haven't finalized them just yet. So if you guys have any feedback, send it to the hashtag GhostMP.
All right, there you go. Keep hitting that hashtag GhostMP. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Tina. We are heading back to Larry with Benson and Brycey, and we're getting ready for match 2. Let's go.
Thank you, Graham. All right, just a reminder, at Call of Duty and at Infinity Ward, send your questions that way. They will get your questions answered as best they can. I'm back over here with Benson and Bryce. Guys, next up is Whiteout. What can we expect?
Snow, and lots of it. But seriously, the goals on this map, one side has a high elevation on the ridge and it's quite open. The other side, there's a lot of cover there and a house that you can kind of sneak through. So I think one side is going to be a lot higher scoring than the other, and then when they switch sides, the other team are going to do the same.
So that's really the balance factor there.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be all about tactics. I would expect to, if I was out on the floor, to hear all the pros, you know, trying to get as many call-outs as possible, because like you said, you know, with 1 point a lot more open, you really have to work a lot harder as a team.
Is this map like any of the maps we've seen played in the past?
You know, for me, not really, and especially when you incorporate a brand new game type to it, it changes a lot of stuff as well. We have another map-changing environment element that can be added into the game as well. That's always something fun to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're really excited about seeing all the maps. Of course, are you surprised by what the fans have chosen at home?
It's one of them things that I'm kind of wondering just how this game's going to go. Now, funny enough, I actually want to see the Odin Strike. We haven't seen it in the last game. I was really hoping to see it.
Right.
And the way it changes the entire topography of the map is something we haven't seen before in a Call of Duty game. Right. The entire map changes. So all the tactics change at the same time. It's really interesting how the meta just can change with one push of a button.
And does that really separate the good players from the great players, the ones who can really go with the flow when the elements on the map are changing?
I would say yes in a way, because, you know, some of these top players, they're not only going to learn the normal routes, but when something like, you know, the Odin Strike comes in, they then have to learn about the next sort of routes that they're going to have to learn as well. So that's a whole different element to the game.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to let you do your thing. Here we go.
Well, the next map we're going to see, Bryce, is going to be Blitz Whiteout. As we mentioned earlier on, you know, Whiteout, very big map, and as you so rightfully pointed out, a lot of snow.
There really is a lot of snow. Now, the great thing about this ridge, I was actually on it with a sniper rifle earlier. You can see all the way across the goal and actually open up it for your teammates by supporting them. But there's a fierce battle on that ridge a lot of the time, because both teams won't let it go as they actually battle to make sure they don't give away control. So the other side is actually a little bit more sneaky, because there's a lot of cover and a lot of gullies you can run through. So we're going to see just how that actually goes on.
I would expect to see, you know, the Katagas and the Shanes, you know, those sneaky OBJ.
Yeah, he was sneaky last time.
He was very sneaky, and actually, you know, going back to that last game, we saw a huge play from Broken, who, you know, arguably won the team the game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and there's that kind of clutch in this sort of situation that can be. Now, this is an incredibly fast-paced game mode.
It is.
Defense doesn't work here as great as it can do. The pros have actually been practicing certain tactics. They tried playing, you know, two people hanging back a little bit, map control and defense, and sending two constantly at it. It kind of works. You need to have a good defense, but like you said, it's difficult because of the ways you can just get in there. You know, you throw down a couple of grenades, get a few kills, and suddenly it's wide open.
Yep, the play's still obviously trying to develop the meta game, but we're going to get the game underway. And there's only one player I want to start with. I'm not going to lie. It's got to be Broken. After that huge clutch in that last round, I want to see if he can try and do the same thing now. And he's actually going to start off a little passively, and he's actually going to be running backwards. It's interesting from Broken. I think he's just trying to make sure he has the right class and make sure he has the right settings. But for now, it looks like he is, in fact, going to play a little bit more defensively. So we will change it up and get on board with someone who is being a little bit more aggressive in it. And it looks like it's actually going to be Gunshi. And just as I say that, Curse of the Caster will get on board with Shane and see if he can try make any bamboozling runs happen.
Now, the last two classes we actually saw from both them players had Deadeye in it. And if you haven't seen the Deadeye perk, it's really interesting to have it. If you like streaking, you like going on big kill streaks, it's certainly the perk for you. What happens is, the more people you kill, the higher chance of your bullets doing increased damage.
Yes, it's something that we haven't really ever seen in a Call of Duty game before. I mean, a lot of people will obviously try and relate that to stopping power. But yeah, it's exactly that. I mean, the more kills you go on, the more increase or the likelihood of increased damage you're going to have. And right now, well, Shane is just taking his time. And you can see that's a beautiful slide onto that flag. Nice plays coming from Shane's teammate, and this is now where he's left in an awkward situation. 10 seconds is obviously the timer. He needs to try and stay alive on the enemy flag. Nice plays from Shane. Picks up the jump shot. Can he try and slide onto the point? Yes, he can. And just like that, Brycey, 2-0 in the lead.
It's exactly what we're saying about with the timers here. You need to make sure that if your teammate's going in, you have a good hiding spot like Shane there. The animate that kill, and he actually takes down Acid as well.
Nice plays from him, and you can see he already has that StatCom. Can put that on the ground, although he maybe, this is something that I actually tried, incorporating when I was playing earlier on. Try and save them. Communicate with your team, If you can try and get 2 or 3, we know they work better, and that, to me, looks like something Shane's actually trying to do, although he has just put that down. 1 kill away from Riley coming out onto the map.
Certainly is. What can he do? It looks like he might actually be playing for that streak now. Not as aggressive as we have seen him before, but he's slowly winding away. This is what I said about this particular goal. There are a lot of sneaky routes you can do, and he's actually going to do it. He just keeps doing them, and he slid in again.
Oh, Shane, the OBJ master, just showing us exactly why there. Nice little sneaky play from him. Saw 2 enemies, decided it wasn't for him to go straight for the point. They now have a 3-1 lead, and Shane has that dog. He's actually called it in, so we'll stay on board with him as he throws that 9-bang out. That didn't actually connect. In fact, there's the hit marker, so Azox is going to know there's someone around there, and Shane on the hunt. He's very, very close towards that Juggernaut Maniac. We didn't see one last game. I'm hoping we see one this game.
I also want to see an Odin strike as well, just to show the people at home just how much that changes the map like this. Now, let's see just how he's going to go through. At the moment, 3-1 to Shane's team.
Yeah, Shane really starting to take his time. I'm trying to have a look around, see if we can try and find the field orders anywhere. But for now, that briefcase is down. No one yet to have it, but Shane playing so well. 4-1, 2 caps. It looks like he's actually going to go... Oh, that's ballsy from Shane. He connects with the cap.
That's why it rewards you to be aggressive. You can just get in there before they can shoot you.
Exactly.
So frustrating.
It's so difficult. And with the new metagame of having to have someone play defensively on this game mode, it's so tough because that shot is a very, very difficult shot to make because it's not like there's a delay. It's you get on there, you cap the point, you teleport it away.
It most certainly is. That is rewarded for taking a risk. Now let's look like he's going to try in. Sneaky man. I mean, there is a SATCOM in front of it. It isn't his, so he must know that they know where he is. Oh, it doesn't matter if he takes him down and goes once again. That's 4. He hasn't even died. He's just capping them over and over again.
But he tried to get the turn on. That would have been a real play from Shane. Decided he had to back off there, and that's a smart decision. 1 kill away from the Juggernaut Maniac. Now, the way the Juggernaut Maniac works is once you get it, it's basically a care package. You throw it on the floor, you pick it up, and then you're going to get the Juggernaut Maniac. There's a question here, Marcus. No! The kill comes in. It was actually Gataga's Riley. So, Shane, I'm sorry, bro. You just got Riley'd.
Oh, that was so disappointing. I actually want to see, I mean, Shane's sneaky anyway. Give him unlimited sprint on a guy that's incredibly hard to take down. I think he should just keep capping for days.
Well, we'll have a look at Rox. He currently has the field orders. All he needs to do is kill an enemy with an explosive as we go down to the last 1 minute, 8 seconds of the first round. He's currently just trying to get out of there. But look at his inventory right now. No explosives to his use.
Look at the score as well. Very one-sided this half. Just not the same.
No, it just is not the same. But as you said, the side they're on is probably more the advantageous side. So whether they're just trying to utilize that, the second side, we'll see if it is just these teams have stepped it up. Because I heard some cheers coming over from the players when they might pick up that round.
Beside him, and he hasn't. Oh, he's doing it now.
And he's got his Riley for that as well.
And he's timing as well.
Oh, that's perfect play. Now, could Rox get the Juggernaut Maniac? Is the question. He's certainly on the streak for it.
Certainly is. Hasn't called him Riley either. I think he's going to wait until he goes back next time. He's going to go for it.
Smart play. Really, really intelligent.
They've equaled it up, actually. Almost coming back.
Just off that one play.
Yeah. There's 3 actually come back in the very, very quick succession. This is how advanced it is. It doesn't always pay to defend.
No, it doesn't. Sometimes you do really need to be aggressive. And Rox right now has his teammate in front of him. Manages to pick up the assist there. Smart play from him. And he's just going to have to play it very slow. 3 kills away from picking up the Juggernaut Maniac. And you can see they're just playing defensively right now. There's only 4 seconds left. They want to make sure they don't slip up. Just 1 point separates these two teams now as we go into that second side. And what's important to note as well is, although Rox didn't have an explosive to actually get that field report, him having that briefcase just prevented the other team from getting that Odin strike.
That is exactly right. Other thing to notice here, Benson, is I haven't seen anybody go for the support.
I've noticed that. I mean, for me, the support are really
players.
go for those kills.
I think they just know that the SATCOM is very useful to them in this game. They will detect the players, and obviously they all want to get Riley.
I'm a big fan of the Night Owl, though. I'm not going to lie. The Night Owl under the support category is so cool. It's essentially a trophy system that flies above your head and sort of keeps you alive.
I shot my own one.
You shot your own?
I tried to.
Not
when it
good.
first came up, I was like, oh my god, what's that? But it is a great thing, but none of the players are using it here. They're all choosing for the standard SATCOM, Dogs, and the Maniac Juggernaut. At the moment, it's
Rox,
very close.
He's playing very defensively, and he's actually called in his Riley. Now, when you're 3 kills away from the sort of Juggernaut Maniac, you kind of do, it starts to get to you, as it does many players. You know, you start thinking about it. Yeah, you start thinking about it, and, well, we saw Shane kind of choke it a little bit earlier on, but whether Rox can do it this time, and something else that's important to note as well is, you'll notice he's lost the field report. So when the round switches, it goes back to First Blood gets that briefcase.
Certainly is now. It looks like he's playing quite passive. You are correct. He's in fact playing for streaks.
He's playing very, very slow indeed. And you know what? I think we'll just keep our eyes on him, and we'll get on board with someone who's playing a little bit more aggressive, and it's going to be Gataga, the French monster. Needs to kill 3 enemies. That's his field report. Has the SATCOM, and he's getting very close to his guard dog as well. I believe he actually got 1 kill, which is going to cancel with his field order. So watch out for him to try and pick up another 2. But again, is it going to get to the case much like Rox, where he starts playing for those streaks? You've got to remember, these guys are losing by 1 point.
Certainly are, and they don't really seem to be taking advantage of it that much. Now, this is probably one of the easier field reports. Kill 3 people, you're not doing anything different, just go and kill someone.
Yeah, it's pretty much that simple. Use your gun, use your knife, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just get those kills, and Gataga's just checking the flank. It's going to see someone over there towards that left-hand side. Fires a lot of bullets there, decides to back off, doing the smart thing. Again, trying to stay alive. He's currently 21-5, top fragging his team, and this is what I talked about earlier on. He's back. This looks like this is going to be his game for any of you competitive fans out there.
Oh, certainly so. And it's kind of interesting. He's gone for the suppressor at the moment, being very sneaky, making sure he doesn't die, and you can see that in his scores. Not really playing the objective, though. Hasn't got a capture yet.
I believe Rox, if we have a quick look over at him after Gataga gets that kill. Nice play from him. Yep, he's got the Juggernaut Maniac. One of my favorite streaks on the whole game. He's currently 11-9. Now, let's just sort of, you know,
it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare in a streak, because you can see there, it's so hard to take down.
Wow.
And he's just knifing players. And
can he get the point? Yes, he can. And he stays alive. The easiest way of taking down the Juggernaut Maniac, shoot them in the face. It really is that
yes,
simple.
that's exactly it is.
Yeah.
And we did see earlier on, some of the players didn't know this when they first come against it, and the guy was just running around killing everything.
Yes,
until they actually worked out easiest way to take this guy down is shoot him in the head.
And here's a cool little nip tip for any of you guys out there that are thinking, you know what, I'm going to run this streak. Oh, he just got destroyed there. That's unfortunate. But what I was going to say is, when you have that Juggernaut Maniac out, you actually have throwing knives. Not a lot of people know that. You didn't know that. I can see. You actually have.
I only got it once, and I was just running around stabbing people.
It's a lot of fun to do. I won't lie. But you do actually have throwing knives at your disposal as well. So if you do get sort of in that tight situation, you can always throw one of those out. But right now, back in the game, 2 minutes 3 remaining, 7-5 is the scores on the doors. Now, Gataga will have a quick look at him. Did he manage to pick up those streaks? No, it doesn't look like he actually managed to do so. As you can see, oh, actually, I tell a lie. That was it, but he's been taken down from behind. And that, I believe, was that the
strike?
I think it was. And
someone got it.
Someone has just picked that up, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it was actually stolen from him. And I think it may have already been called in. And this is really, really cool what it does on this map. It can be different on every single map. Now, on this one, it's a giant satellite that falls from the sky and causes a massive sort of EMP/radar jammer over at the other side of the map.
Oh, just taken down there. Field orders will fail for him as well. Look how tight this game is. It's actually evened right up as the sides have switched. 8-6 at the moment. It does seem like it's going to be Swanee's team that is actually going to be taking the lead on this one.
Well, I want to have a quick look at Shane. He currently has 5 caps this game, top of his team for now, and he's getting very close. The enemy base goes for the hipfire, shut down.
Shane has 5 out of the 6 caps.
That just shows you how much of an objective-based player he really is.
And how much his team aren't doing the objective in fairness. I mean, you look at the other team there, the team with Gataga on.
28-8 Gataga. What more can you say about that?
Not an awful lot. He also has now got that objective work as well. So he's doing just monstering for his team.
He really is. And Shane trying to get his team back into the game. He shuts down Gataga. Very nice play coming from him. Now the question is, can he try and make some plays on the objective? Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to. He gets shut down. Having a quick look across. Is there anyone in a position? Well, Broken, let's have a look at him. He's trying to go around the flank, has the support of a teammate. 27 seconds left, Bryce. If they're going to come back into this game, they need to get on that point right now.
I completely agree with you. This is what I said, actually. This goal, a lot harder to get to. It actually takes him down with the silence pistol.
He's going to go for it.
There's two of his teammates.
He capped it. He capped it, but did die. So it's going to be 8-7, 11 seconds left. Is there anyone?
I think it was his teammate who was behind him that capped it. I think he died before he got in.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm just having a quick look. It doesn't look like there's going to be anyone else in a position to cap it. And that is going to be the end of the game. 8 points to 7. What a sensational game of Call of Duty.
Oh, it really was. What incredible. I believe that actually tied the score up on 1-1.
It does, actually. Yeah, so I believe it's going to be very
All right, great stuff there. I'm here with Mark Rubin. Mark, now, we saw some great play there. We have some winners, and you have a very special gift for all the winners from Infinity Ward, right?
Yep, so for each of the winners, they're going to get a framed poster signed by the team at Infinity Ward.
You can see some of the signatures right there. They're all over the place, and this is from the guys and the girls that have created Call of Duty Ghosts. That's a fantastic, I mean, that's a one-of-a-kind, right?
6 of a kind.
6 of a kind, right. All right, Graham, back to you.
Thanks, Larry. Thanks, Mark. Amazing matches tonight, and do you know what the good news is? Once we're wrapped up, I'm going to get to play it myself. No, I shouldn't rub that in. All right, so you've heard from Mark about strike packages tonight, and coming up, you can vote for your favorite strike package. Is it Assault? Is it Support? Or is it Specialist? Pick up your controller and vote. Right, your last exclusive tonight is focused on how Ghost extends to the second screen and how it allows you to play in a whole new way as a clan.
I'm here with John Linden. John, your team is working on the Call of Duty app. Really exciting news for Call of Duty players. Tell us what it has.
Yeah, so we're really excited this year. We have a lot of functionality that we're adding to this app. So we've worked very closely with Infinity Ward, and we built a mobile experience that really extends the game. We really kind of have divided it into really 3 main areas, I guess. The first one is really around a companion app experience. So we've really taken the best features of Elite in the past, the things that were very popular, and pulled that in. So things like stats and being able to see your clans, and we really kind of extended that into a lot of new functionality. The second piece is really more around a second screen experience. So we're building this out so that the app can actually detect when you're playing the game. So it knows and it can recognize that you've just started playing Call of Duty, and it'll ask you if you want to switch into a second screen mode. From there, it'll actually sync up wherever you're at. So if you're in a pre-match lobby, it's going to show you your squad members and see if you want to make any last-second edits and push it into the game before the match starts. In-game, it'll allow you to make some quick selections, and post-match, it'll even allow you to see, who did you compete with, and do you want to, share something instantly on Facebook or Twitter? Do you want to, invite somebody to your clan, things like that.
Now, there's a lot of folks out there that are in clans, and
Yes.
you have a lot of really exciting news for clan members. Tell us about that.
We are, yeah. We're very excited about clans, and as a Call of Duty player myself, I'm in a clan. I've been in a clan. I've done clan operations, but I've always felt like we wanted to have something more, something closer, tied into the game. So this year, clans are very tied into the game. So first of all, in the game itself, clans exist, and you can invite players and kind of see information about other people's clans. But we're really excited to announce a new feature called Clan Wars. So Clan Wars is a new metagame built on top of multiplayer that lives within the kind of mobile app. So from there, basically, there's a new map every month. You have different locations that are tied to different game modes in the game. And from there, as a team, you're matched up against 7 or 8 other clans and of similar skill set and size. And you're able to kind of strategically go after these different game modes. And as you capture territories in Clan Wars, it'll unlock in-game rewards in the actual multiplayer itself. So might be experience bonuses or things like that tied to that game mode that you can unlock, and as long as you hold that territory in Clan Wars, you have that in multiplayer as well.
So this is actually a layer of a game that sits on top of the regular game. Certainly clans are competing online in the regular Call of Duty matches, but then it's being pushed out to this experience so they can kind of bring the game out of the game. Is that a good way to say it?
Essentially, yeah. It really allows you to play. Allows the experience to happen 24/7, and so you don't always have to play with your clan. Every win that you do as an individual player contributes towards your clan. So it's really running all the time. It's a 24/7 battle that's occurring against these other clans. And at the end of 2 weeks, the clan with the most points wins the war, and essentially will unlock exclusive items in the game.
Tell us what platforms the Call of Duty app will be available on.
So the app is really available on pretty much all the major mobile platforms. So iOS on both the phone and a tablet, Android, as well as Windows Mobile and Windows Tablet. So we're excited to get this out to the hands of pretty much all the major mobile platforms.
Great. Well, thank you very much, John.
All right, thank you.
All right, the results are in, and I can officially reveal that the favorite strike package of the Xbox Live community is... It's Assault. Thank you for voting. Thank you for being involved in the show tonight. We really appreciate it. Well, that is it. We're almost finished here on the Call of Duty Ghosts booth at the show floor at Gamescom 2013. We hope you've enjoyed all the exclusive news, all that amazing gameplay tonight. Yep. And I just want to say thank you so much to the team at Infinity Ward and Mark and Tina for being here with us tonight. Mark, any last words from you?
Yeah, actually, I just want to say thank you to Microsoft for hosting this and for the team here filming and letting those people that didn't get to come to Gamescom to see this amazing booth.
It's our pleasure. Thank you. Tina, any message for the Call of Duty community?
Well, I know the team back in LA would want me to say that we're really humbled by all the support we have for the game, and we're all cranking really hard to make it the best game possible.
Thank you. So we're wrapping up here tonight, but we're not finished this week.
We are not finished. Graham and I will be back tomorrow live from the Xbox booth, which is just on the other side of the compound there. We've got another full hour streamed to you on your console. We've got some really great stuff. Now, the times are going to be, for my friends back in America, that is 12 noon East Coast, 9 a.m. Pacific. What about over here in Europe?
That's 6 p.m. in Europe or 5 p.m. if you're in the UK. I've been practicing that all day, and I can't believe I got it right.
Absolutely. All right, we are pretty much done here. I'm Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson.
I'm Graham Boyd, Xbox Live's AC Bongos. Good night. Thanks for joining us.
Good day.